Hello, this is Angelique, and you're listening to We're Booked Up, a segment of the Gaston Speaks podcast where Kendall, Andrew, and I discuss books. For this episode, we'll be discussing The Truth According to Ember, a contemporary romance by Danica Nava. There will be spoilers, so please come back after you've read the book if you want to avoid those. But first, what have we been reading or watching?
Well, I read this today.
Mm.
Yeah. Hey, I was able to get through it pretty quickly in a day, so that's a good sign, whatever. No, I've been watching a lot of my indie spirit screeners. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that. It doesn't matter. I'm not saying how I voted. So I watched one recently.
How'd you vote, Andrew?
I know. I really want to know now.
Shut up. They ain't listening to this. So anyway, something
They
might.
Your nominations are those are some of the biggest ones.
They probably have AI scanning everything that goes online. So maybe if you do mention it, we'll get more listeners.
There you go. No,
Indie
I have not.
Spirit Awards.
I hate you both so much. Anyway, I haven't voted yet, so it doesn't matter. I saw one called it's called EPHUS. I think it's EEPHUS, and it's this quirky little. It's by a director called Carson Lund. I think it's the first time, and it's like a old man's baseball game, and it's the last time they're going to play, and a lot of it's just the chatter back and forth, and it's both kind of boring, but also I could not stop watching. It was kind of fascinating. We have it on DVD here.
Baseball.
Kind of like baseball, yeah.
It's kind of boring, but you can't stop watching.
Yeah.
And you need a hot dog.
I know. Oh, shit. Makes me think of I need a hot dog real bad.
I need a hot dog real bad.
And then I watched one called Sorry Baby. It's by Eva Victor, who got a big shout out from Julia Roberts at the Golden Globes, which is kind of cool. She did not end up with any Oscar nods, but it was a really interesting film. I don't know if I liked it, but again, it was cool. So I've been watching a lot of weird indie stuff. And then yesterday I was just glued to the Oscar nods. So I did not do well. I'm glad we didn't do an episode. They would have been like, this guy's an idiot. So
Or it would have been amazing.
I didn't do terribly. And I feel like because normally when we've recorded those in the past, I say, but this or this or this could happen. So I'm not a lot of those this or thises were the ones that replaced. So it wasn't like it was in the craft categories. I got I was not on the mark this year. So, but the big categories I did okay. I think I got 9 out of 10 for Best Picture in my final.
That's an A.
That's an A. It's a 90. It is?
Yeah, on a 10-point scale, it's an A.
So I grew up with a 7-point scale.
I mean, I
kids
did too.
these days.
But in college, it's a 10-point scale. Is UNC not a 10-point scale?
When I was there, it was an A minus if it was below. So you had A minus, A plus.
Okay, well now we're splitting hairs. I feel like an A minus is still an A.
In some classes it was, in some I was very disappointed. So
it's an A with an accessory.
But anyway, it's been fun. I love watching these little indies. A lot of them we have here at the library, so that's kind of cool. And a lot of them are on streaming services. Like I watched Sorry Baby on HBO Max. So a lot of them you can find. Train Dreams, which just got nominated for Best Pictures, also the Indie Spirits on Netflix. So sometimes it's hard to find these things, but a lot of them you're able to see, which is kind of nice. That's all.
I finished Stranger Things Season 5. Angelique and I had a really cute little water cooler moment where we discussed Stranger Things and the things that we wished had happened. But overall, I really liked it. I thought it was a good end wrap up.
Did you like it?
It was all right. There were some moments I'm like, we don't need this. This is taking too long.
The sentimental moments were way too long. And I love me a good sentimental moment.
Yeah.
But let's see, what else did I do? Hang on, I wrote it down because I forgot. Oh, so I'm starting a book club with my brother and one of his high school besties / roommates / forever friends, Lindsay. Side note, Lindsay and her mom sometimes listen to our podcast, so shout out Lindsay and her mom. But the first thing we're starting with is the Thursday Murder Club, and I will have to read you some of these text messages she's sending because Bruce read it really fast. Bruce is my brother. And Lindsay, she is sharp because Bruce was like, by the way, she reads English murder mysteries. That's her thing. And so as she's texting her predictions, I don't know, she's 5 minutes into the book kind of thing. And she's like, so is there going to be a dead body here? And is it going to be this person? And clearly it's this person. And I'm texting Bruce on the side why is she so accurate?
See, maybe there is something to not reading too many mysteries because then nothing's a mystery anymore.
She's got the formula down.
That's cool.
But yeah, that's kind of all that I've consumed. We had a fast turnaround on Thursday Murder Club in this book, so I feel proud of myself for getting 2 books done in, 3 weeks?
Something
2
like that,
weeks,
yeah.
yeah. It's 2
So,
weeks.
yeah.
Awesome. What about you? What you reading?
I read this, of
Yeah.
course. It felt like it took me forever, though it didn't.
So fast for me.
I'm going to say, yeah.
I know. I don't know. I guess it took me a while to get into it. But we'll talk about that later.
Okay.
I saw Black Phone 2.
Was it good?
It was alright. I liked the first one better.
There's a Black Phone 1?
Yeah.
Is it called Black Phone or Black Phone 1?
It's called Black Phone.
Well, you would
It's a
think there'd be
horror
a black
movie.
phone if there's a black phone too.
But I didn't know if the phrase, if it was like a code name, like Black Phone 1, Black Phone 1.
Oh.
But it's
It's just a sequel. That's a-
It's a horror movie.
Was it scary?
Not really.
Was it gory?
Yeah.
Was it
actually,
horrific?
A little bit.
Ugh. Yeah.
Did
I'm
it
not-
make you rethink
can't.
like societal issues?
Not
Was it a
really.
good reflection on the society?
No.
Okay, then we are not recommending Black Phone 2.
See, that's how I got through Sinners. Was there really weren't that many jump scares.
There really
It was
weren't.
bloody, and that was okay, but it was also concentrated blood. Like the first half's
Mhm.
not bloody at all, but it's so well done that you can kind of I was able to get through it, and it didn't really freak me out too much. So
I
it's a
also
great
did-
movie, by the way. It's just,
I
yeah.
haven't seen it yet.
Oh, it's
Oh,
so
so
good.
good.
I've been wanting to watch it. I just never
My
got around
favorite nomination on Thursday was the legendary Delroy Lindo, who's been working in Hollywood for like 50 years. And I did not predict him. I told you I didn't do well. Anyway, and but he got a nomination. That film is now the most nominated film in Oscar history.
Stop
good.
it. It's a good film. I really enjoyed it.
And you do better with those types of movies. So it's really not for me. I just was hesitant because same thing with like last year, The Substance, and that one freaked me out. I just don't do well with the horrifying. So, but anyway,
it. Fair enough.
I'm sorry you didn't like Black Phone 2.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll make a Black Phone 3.
I really did like the first one.
Sometimes it's just a sophomore slump, and Black Phone 3 might actually, bring it full circle.
I hope so.
Maybe that's why you skipped the second Conjuring movie.
Is there
She
more
skipped
than...
like 4 Conjuring
Yeah.
movies.
Just kidding. I thought there were 3.
No, there's more.
Oh my
Anyways,
God. First of all, good for them for just like. Okay,
They're making money. Anyway,
we ready?
yeah, let's do it.
Ember Lee Cardinal has not always been a liar. Well, not for anything that counted, at least. But her job search is not going great, and when her resume is rejected for the 37th time, she takes matters into her own hands. She gets creative in listing her qualifications, and answers the ethnicity question on applications with a lie. A half-lie, technically. No one wanted Native American Ember, but white Ember just landed her dream accounting job on Park Avenue. Oklahoma City, that is. Accountant Ember thrives in corporate life, and her love life seems to be looking up as well. Donwa Colson, the IT guy and fellow native who caught her eye on her first day, seems to actually be interested in her too. Despite her unease over the no-dating policy at work, they start to see each other secretly, which somehow makes it even hotter. But when they're caught in a compromising position on a work trip, a scheming colleague blackmails Ember, threatening to expose their relationship. As the manipulation continues to grow, so do Ember's lies. She must make the hard decision to either stay silent or finally tell the truth, which could cost her everything. That's pretty accurate.
The big issue I have with it is it makes it sound like they start dating like in the first,
Yeah.
like pretty quickly, and it's more of a slow burn, which
Yeah.
I appreciate in a novel. Sure.
Yeah, I will say also kind of spoilers. I mean, like,
Yeah.
like the work trip's kind of like the tension's there, but will it actually happen kind of thing?
Mhm.
And they're just like, this is what they did on the work trip. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm glad
This
I didn't
is
read the synopsis.
when it happens.
Yeah.
Be
I
ready.
have a funny story to tell you after this
Okay.
about the work trip.
Okay. Oh, God.
Okay. We gonna rate it?
You go first.
Oh, 3 stars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3 stars.
Yeah.
To me, it was on par with bringing up the Duke, bringing down the Duke, bringing up the Duke.
I
The
like
Evie
this
Dunn
one better than that one.
I did too because I
I
don't
did like
like
this one better than that
historical.
one.
Do what?
I did like this one better than that one.
I don't like historical fiction. I feel like it was romance, but it had that extra perspective. So in bringing down the Duke,
Mm-hmm.
it was, the women's suffrage. And in this one, it was a different perspective from a Native woman. And I appreciated that.
That one had some problematic.
Yeah, the
stuff.
Duke was not great. I
Yeah.
really liked Donawa.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
hey,
So that's why I like this. But you're right. I mean, it had kind of the cheesy romantic comedy, that kind of stuff. But that one had some stuff that when we kind of talked about it, we were like, I didn't really like that. This one was not problematic in terms of the relationship between the two of them. It was pretty. Anyway.
So I think this is this book. She was trying, like I read the little author's note afterwards. She was trying to write a romance book, and she did it. I think she did a good job. I think it fits the genre. And if you're not going to write like anything more, if it's intended to be a romance novel, it's very hard for me to rate it above a 3.
Yeah, it had some nice parts that separated it a little bit from some of the others.
Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah,
if you're a romance reader, I will recommend it to you.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so we're all
Oh,
3.
good. We liked it.
It's interesting that we're all a 3.
I know.
That seems high for you.
It is.
Also seems high for you.
Well, I mean, I'm trying to...
I'm not
a huge
we've read a lot.
romance fan.
Me neither, but we've read a lot. And this one just feels like it was better than a lot of the ones we read.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it a lot more than... There was definitely some humor, which I loved. Because it's, romantic comedy, but...
And the characters were good. I like the
characters were very good.
And it wasn't as cheesy as like a Mary-Kate Andrews, which you need sometimes, but this is...
I didn't really feel like it was really cheesy at all. It kind of made sense. And, everything flowed together. There wasn't... you knew where the conflict was going to come because you knew eventually the lie was going to be exposed and all that kind of stuff. But it never felt forced.
Mm-hmm.
The romantic part never felt forced.
I
Anyway,
agree.
Yeah.
So good book.
All right. First question.
Yeah.
What was your first impression of Ember?
I liked Ember at first a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I started to like her less and less towards the end of the book. Because at some point it was like... You started this with this you started the story telling us, the reader, like that you only do like little white lies occasionally.
Mm-hmm.
But then she is just lying every single like chance she gets, and it doesn't feel like the snowball of lies doesn't feel real towards the end for me. Like it feels like a little too much. And I'm like, why? Like she's lying to Danawa about liking cats. Like they're already in a relationship. She should have owned up and fessed up to Danawa way earlier in that process because he clearly is on her team.
Yeah.
There were some times like when Phoebe and she made up the boyfriend, she immediately was like, oh, I wish I hadn't done that. But then I also know it's that fight or flight thing, and it was like she was trying to protect, and that some of them made sense.
That
but yeah,
made
then some
sense
of them
to me.
didn't.
Like, I was there, but why try to make Tito the boyfriend? Like, I felt like that was just for the book to try to, like, amp it up. And I'm glad that Danawa was like, no, this is dumb.
Yeah.
I'm an adult. I'm not going to do this.
I mean, I think it could be like she's lying to herself about how much she lies.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh,
I like that.
so deep. So thoughtful.
She's a little bit of an unreliable narrator in that sense.
Mm-hmm.
She also is very insecure, and there's a lot of reason for it, like when you know her background and that kind of stuff. And so I think sometimes we forget that people can be very protective. And so what feels like a lie may just be her just trying to not have to deal with one more bad thing.
Yeah, she wants to be that corporate accountant person, so she's trying to make it happen.
Can we also make a point here that, yes, maybe the reason that you weren't being hired was because there are horrible people in the world who will deny someone based on something like their heritage.
Yeah.
You also completely made up your work history and then suddenly got through the door, and I'm wondering if that had as much to do with it when you suddenly were like, oh yeah, I'm an accountant and I have this degree. Because on her previous ones, she wasn't putting that.
Yeah.
She was being honest about she had taken a couple classes, all that kind of stuff. And then the second, you changed your race to white, but you also added all this really great work experience that didn't happen and then a degree that wasn't actually there. And I'm like, maybe it was a little bit of a combination there because suddenly you were qualified based on your education and your work experience.
The thing that I appreciated about, like, we're kind of jumping to the end, but like the boss, Mr. Stevenson, there were a couple people, even Danawa, neither of them cared that she lied to get the job because once she got into the job, she was competent.
Yeah.
And most employers, they don't care.
Right.
Like, unless it's a, what's the word? Where you have to, like, legally cover yourself because there could be a misstep and if you've hired the wrong person. Liability.
Yeah.
Like, unless it's a liability. But, like, an executive assistant or an assistant accounting assistant, I can't imagine there's a ton of liability for those positions.
Yeah.
I'm just saying in terms of, they weren't the ones, though, that were hiring her. So the people who were hiring,
Yeah.
all of a sudden your qualifications jumped up tenfold
Yeah.
versus previous applications.
Yeah.
That may have helped with that.
Mhm.
You're right. Once he got in, it didn't matter. What mattered was that she had gone into his laptop and done
Yeah, that was
stuff.
not cool.
Yeah.
So, like, I started to right about there because part of the reason why Natalie hired her, picked her out, was because she stood up
Yeah.
to
Mhm.
Gary in the meeting and was like, no, like, she showed that she had principles and that she had done something and that she had fixed it. And she was very, I feel like, too easily taken down by Kyle. And I feel like I understand that she was trying to protect Donawa and Walela, but it was a little bit odd. I'm like, not odd, but like, it was almost like she was using it as an excuse to just do what Kyle wanted. Because I feel like Donawa would not have wanted her to do any of that.
Mm-mm. He is an IT.
I know.
He is a commodity. He'd have a job by the end of the week. I mean,
I kind of agree.
Yeah.
Like, he has his degree.
He was qualified.
He's legitimate.
Yeah.
Whereas,
2 degrees. He had an associate's and a bachelor's, and then
Yeah.
years of training. Yeah,
Mhm.
IT. Oh, hello. IT guys are hard to find. Good ones are hard to find. He seemed like he was very competent at his job. Yeah, he would have been just fine.
And even he was like, let's go to HR.
Just get this out of the way and figure it out.
Yeah, like, they should have gone to HR.
Yeah.
Just, like, immediately.
Mhm.
It just kills me. It kills me. But, I mean, I get it. She's young. She's 25. This is her first real job.
She's making
empathize.
real money that she wants to keep.
Girl, can I wait? Can
Yeah.
I work at Technics? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I
starting
know.
salary, $50,000 a year,
Mhm.
full
For an
benefits
accounting
on the
assistant?
day, like the first day.
That is why, even though I'm with you where the lies, I'm like, come on, girl. But then I'm also like, you keep going back to she did a very good job of explaining her as a person, describing that character. So you can go back and say, yeah, but she never had this before, and she's so afraid to lose it, and she had to give up her car, all that kind of
Mhm.
stuff, and so it didn't feel as forced. There seemed to be a reason behind it, whether you like the reason or not. A lot of it was I could understand where she was coming from. Whether I agreed with it, I could
Yeah.
understand it. No,
Well, no. I agree with it at first.
Yeah.
I feel like once there were many opportunities. I feel like she had to kind of course correct, and or for there to be a higher stake. Because I understand she didn't want to lose her job and lose her income and lose her money, but she was getting after like $1,600 a paycheck, right? So
Yeah.
twice. So she's earning $3,000 a month. Her apartment is only $400, and her car is less than $16,000, right?
hmm
Over a 5-year loan period, that can't be more than $500 a month. So you're telling me you still have $2,000 a month, and you are still stressed about money? Like, I don't know.
She might have credit card. Didn't she mention she had credit card debt?
No, remember she finally got a credit card.
And she only put out extra $160 on it, which I'm not advocating credit card debt. And I understand the hustle and the stress, but I think because I understand the hustle and the stress and having no money, like
It
didn't
having
fit.
$3,000 a month when you were struggling to make 1,000 work,
Well, I
and
mean,
you
it
haven't
was
really
like-
changed your lifestyle.
She bought that car in her first month, so she probably had to do a down payment.
Uh,
So she
They
probably
did
didn't have
mention-
as much money.
They did mention the down payment
Yeah.
as a
Okay.
problem.
Yeah.
So, who knows?
I don't know. It's. I mean, this is getting into the weeds and nitty gritty.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I get it. I think I wanted the stakes to be higher in why she needed money. Like, did she now have to suddenly, in addition to everything else, financially take care of Sage, which she wasn't doing? Did Auntie could have had like a problem, like a health problem?
Well, she put money in Sage's commissary
Mhm.
account every once in a while.
And she talked
every
about
month she did, but
building it back up so she could go back to school.
Yeah.
she did all of that when she was on less than
Yes,
$1,000 a month.
True,
Yeah.
true.
And now you've tripled your income. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. There feels just
No,
like
I
a-
get what
just-
you're saying.
There just feels like a little bit of a discrepancy to suddenly make, like, I don't know. Like, you should have started coming clean sooner.
Yes. Well, yeah, that I
oh,
can agree
oh,
on.
no, I'm not.
But I think she just kind of dug herself in and couldn't back out without
felt
feeling
like she
an
couldn't back
idiot.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
yeah.
cornered vibe, I
Yeah,
get.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I get.
All right. Did y'all have a favorite character?
Mine was Walela,
Yeah.
the sister.
she was
I
sweet.
adored her. She was funny. She was a good character.
She was sweet.
And then I liked
Danua.
Thank you. I was saying
Donawa.
Donawa.
I
was
listened to
going
the audiobook. That's
Oh,
how
okay,
I know.
okay.
Donawa.
I was like Donawoa or something.
Well,
Donawa.
for you, he even says that his dad, granddad, made up the spelling.
Gotcha. So Donawa was also. I thought he was a great character.
I thought he was a great
fun.
character too.
Mhm.
He had a good sense of humor.
It's nice to have the male character. There was not one moment where I felt like he was problematic at all.
We've had that a lot in our...
We've had a lot of problematic males and ones we didn't think would be, and then they end up being. There was I cannot think of anything that felt wrong.
I agree. So there were even a few moments where she would say no, but like he would kind of push back a little bit, but never in a creepy way.
Yeah.
And I appreciated it so much. It's like there is a way to do this, guys.
Although I will say that's kind of... What was his name in Let It Snow? Henry. He was good.
Yeah, I liked Henry.
Yeah. That's probably the other romance that I liked
Mm-hmm.
because of that. That's probably my favorite romancy one. It's also holiday.
Because in both those books, the characters had good chemistry.
Mm-hmm.
Like Ember and Donawa flirted like right from the start, and they knew that they were attracted to each other.
Mm-hmm.
They just weren't acting on it for reasons.
Professional reasons, which I appreciate. I appreciate that their chemistry was undeniable, and it wasn't forced at all.
And it took, like we talked about at the beginning, it took a while to get there. It wasn't like they just jumped right in. There was that tension leading up to it and all that kind of stuff. That made for a better,
It felt like a very natural progression.
Yes, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that. I really liked that. I have a crush on Donawa now.
Yeah,
Move over, hot rabbi.
I mean, come on. Like, he's very successful professional. He takes care of his sister after his parents.
He has a cat. It's neat.
See, that's the problem.
I figured you hated Ember after...
I did not like that aspect of her character. No.
I was like, I bet. That's one of my notes.
To be fair, there always are like the demon cat that stalked the whatever. Like, I don't... Even people who like cats probably would have a problem with... Maybe not.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe the cat just sensed that she didn't like her, so that's why she was the demon cat. I don't know. I'm not a big cat person.
It's okay. I
love animals. I love dogs. I had cats. I'm not like anti. I
think it's interesting. We have a dog person, we have a cat person, and we have a kid person. And neither of us are opposed to anyone else's choices.
We just don't want them for ourselves.
We just don't want them for ourselves. And I think
it's
it
called
works
respect
well.
and friendship. That's what it's called.
And love.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I genuinely love your animals. And I never want to have them myself.
What did you
say?
Much like my children, I cannot imagine.
I think we love being like pseudo uncle auntie without ever having to actually like raise children.
Yeah, it's hard.
It's not fun.
I bit off more than I could chew, guys. It's hard.
Fun.
All right. So we did talk a little bit about the romance, but what did you think of like the progression of the romance throughout the book? Did you find it? I mean, I know she was sabotaging herself pretty much the whole time, but
that made it more genuine. I think that like she wanted to fight. They both wanted to fight against it because they knew what the implications were, but it was there. There was an attraction there.
I don't think Donawa was fighting against
True.
I think he was also like not jumping in. Like he was doing it in a normal human way of like, I like you, you're pretty, you're at work. Oh wait, I think I like you a little more. You're quite funny.
He also
I'll carry this printer for you.
He also said something along the way that was like, yeah, and everyone knows that no one follows that rule.
Yeah.
So I think, and he had been there long enough to know that, okay, there was that one example that Kyle used, but knowing Kyle, was that even true?
Yeah.
Or
He's
exactly.
manipulating her.
Right. So I think he was just like, okay, yeah, I know the rules, whatever. No one follows them. Let's do this.
Yeah. Well, he also was like wanting to go to HR and be like above board about it.
True.
Because he was like, you're not a secret to me. And I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So wonderful. Yeah. What was the question?
The
progression.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, me as a human, I was like, come on, girl. Like,
it made sense why they liked each other.
Yeah.
Which in some of the books we've read.
Stop resisting a little bit. Like, you can do this. It's fine.
Yeah.
It was very clear to me from the beginning that they were endgame. And so after a while, I got annoyed by the lack of movement, especially since the beginning of the book promised that they were going to date.
Yeah.
I wanted more of them dating.
I wanted more of... So, like, they create all those work characters and all
Mm-hmm.
those things, and then she just tells off Kyle and leaves, and we hear nothing about anything
No.
back at work. I was like, I was kind of invested in this
I know.
workplace. What happened to Gary? What's his name? Gary?
Gary.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I
And
wanted
Martin.
Yeah.
And Phoebe.
And
And
did she
Lisa?
come back from
Lisa.
Lisa?
Monica.
Yeah.
She seems so lovely. I don't know.
The lady who was on maternity leave.
Natalie.
Natalie.
I feel like Natalie would have hired Ember again. Well, maybe not, but because going into the email, that's where she really crossed the line
Yeah.
for me. Like stamping stuff, I can almost understand on those expense
Because you could
reports.
say, the
Natalie
boss told me
even-
to.
Natalie even did it. Like, here's where it is. You and
Yeah.
I are the only ones that have access to it. And that could have been easily explained as I was new. This was a process that was shown to me, blah, 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 blah. But the deleting the email, okay. But yes,
I'm just saying, we got we got really invested in those characters. Again, she did a great job with the characters because all these little ancillary characters, but then you did feel like you knew them and you kind of wanted to know. And then it was just like, I get it. You left the workplace. You weren't allowed to go back. That was it. You moved on. But I felt like there needed to be some sort of wrap up.
one of the things I liked about her character writing is that you changed your mind about characters as you went on.
Mhm.
So, like, Natalie started out as, like, the scary person that even Donowa was, ducking from. But turns out Natalie's actually,
Cool.
she's really good at her job and people are trying to take advantage of her. So she sets very clear boundaries and I
Mhm.
respect her.
Mhm.
Or, like, Tito, like, he seems like he's going to be just a really bad guy because he's the one that sucked Sage into all of the shenanigans or whatever. And then he's still kind of he's not a total change, but he's still helpful.
Mhm.
But then, like, Phoebe's flighty.
Yeah.
They're real flighty people. Like, she even says, like, sometimes we were friends, but we weren't ever, like, I wanted to be friends with you, but we weren't, like,
Yeah.
it just didn't hit it off. I appreciated that about the
Mhm.
characters.
It didn't hit it off until Phoebe started. Like, that whole shopping trip was to dig.
I think so, too.
Yeah, and then it was like, yeah, you really weren't her friend.
Yeah.
You were until she hopped ahead of you,
Mm-hmm.
and then you were jealous of her, so then and that's what
I
set
kept
it off.
waiting for Phoebe to be involved with Kyle.
Yeah. I thought Phoebe was going to be the one to blackmail him.
Ooh.
Honestly.
They did kind of set that up. As
Yeah.
if, I mean, that felt like it.
I thought that Phoebe and Kyle were going to be together and that Kyle was going to blackmail her, which he did, but that they would get out of it because Kyle was with Phoebe. And then it became like a mutually assured destruction. But then that's not what happened.
I think the reason they switched from Phoebe to Kyle, they didn't switch, but they ended up on Kyle's because Phoebe was not to say a nobody, but just a worker, and
Mhm.
it needed to be someone that had the ear of the boss.
Yeah.
The boss's nephew.
Mhm.
He was annoying.
He was
Boss.
annoying. That was the whole point. Yeah.
The boss.
Just so appropriately named, too.
Yeah.
Sorry, Kyles of the world.
Did the book's pace seem too fast, too slow, just right?
It paced well.
I enjoyed the pace. I was fine. Short chapters, not too many.
I was worried. I sat down and I was like, I don't know, and I don't know if I'm gonna make it, and I did it. I mean, I got through it and enjoyed it. So yeah, pace was good.
I don't know. I felt like it took too long for anything to happen, and then when it did happen, it ended very quickly. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I was surprised by how much we focused on work problems and learning the work stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But then I was kind of okay with it because then it made it more understandable to me why, like, she was there to work and Donowa was not the goal for her. So it made it easier for me to understand her perspective when we're, like, going through the nitty-gritty about how to do stuff, about the files and subfolders and stuff like that.
Yeah.
There's a subfolder for that.
All right. Favorite moment or quote or least favorite moment?
There were a lot of little funny moments. I actually we haven't talked about Joanna. I thought she was a fun character.
I love
Yeah,
Joanna.
she was
Yeah, I
She
forgot
was-
about her. She's cool.
She was fun and she was spicy and she just had a really good supportive friend vibe. My actual favorite quotes are from the author's note because romance is not my chosen genre, but the author's note was so good and I kind of like, ma'am, write a memoir because I think I would love
cool.
it. So I'll read those in a second. I also really liked the auntie, and I liked at the end where she started to lean on her community a little bit more and be like, accept help. Because I feel like in a young person's life, there is this really strong push to be independent and take care of yourself. but then figuring out how to do that and also realize that you can't do everything by yourself.
And it was a great tie back to the reason she had never done so is because it's so tight knit, and they all knew her parents, and they all knew all the problems with the brother, and they all knew, and it was just like, I don't want to relive all this trauma. And then Auntie's like, just tell him to stop.
Yes.
I was like, just tell him not to talk about it. And the first, I think Auntie was the one who was like, yeah, we don't talk about that. And the woman's like, okay, so anyway, they just went right into it. And it was like, oh, I can actually do this.
Mm-hmm.
But again, I think that's that insecurity that you saw throughout all of it. The fact that Joanna, I think, is really the only one that she, up until, she meets Donowa. God, I'm not going to get it right.
That's okay.
Donowa.
It's hard because he called himself Dan. And so it starts it with the Dan sound.
But it is Donowa.
But
I mean, that was the only person she really, I mean, her auntie too, but her auntie, oh, she's such a softie for the brother. And anyway, it kind of fit into the bigger persona of her insecurity was where I was going with that.
I really liked the end because it actually allowed her to have the character arc where, she's not. Now she's no longer lying, but she's also confronting the reason why she's lying, and that is because she is trying to distance herself from, her family's past and not have to talk about her dad, not have to talk about her mom. And so it was really nice. There was an opportunity for her to be like, no, this is too far. We're not going to do that. When the brother and Wilela all got together and Joanna, and they were scheming to kidnap Donowa and throw a bag over his head. I was like, oh, this is ridiculous. And she was like, this is too much. I was excited that the author gave a chance for Ember to be like, no, this is too much. I need to do this honestly.
Yeah.
Well, that was kind of the test because she and her auntie had that talk of and she's like, well, I'll tell you one thing, I'm not going to tell her a lie again. She's like, well, good, you learned your lesson, let's move forward.
Mm-hmm.
And then the first time she gets the opportunity to kind of be like, and then she's like, no, I'm going to do it. So that was a nice pullback.
But can we talk about her singing Peter Gabriel on the other side of the door?
I loved it.
Oh, it was so it was one of those moments where it's like, I like it, but I also really hate this.
But they made such fun, because then Donowa made such fun of it, so it took the cheesiness out of it, because he was like, really? This is so stupid. So I liked that it wasn't like...
His reaction made it, I'm telling you, he made this
because
book
you're
for
singing
me.
this, I'm suddenly in love. He was like, what is wrong with you? Please don't do that. So that worked better for me. They took the whole say anything cheesiness, and they kind of turned it on its head, which was kind of funny. So.
Yeah.
So this is aside from all your deep favorite moments, mine was when Joanna called him Native Daddy and then he changed his name.
Oh my
Yes.
gosh.
And I guess it was Teams or the work chat to Native Daddy just for her.
I'm realizing now, we didn't talk about what's your favorite character. All of the best moments are Joanna's funny. Mm-hmm. When they're like, we are in a 600-foot apartment. Why are you screaming?
Yeah, because she's so drunk. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, I liked the moment where she steals Bucky's shirt.
And it smells terrible. And they she douses herself in more perfume. And it's I love that he's Donowa's this smells terrible. What's happening?
And then even at the end, hey, Bucky.
Yeah, he called her Bucky.
He just kept poking it with it. I liked the little funny. She did a good job with the comedy.
He always seemed to know when she was lying, which has probably helped the book a lot because he knew that she was full of it.
Yeah.
And he still went after her.
Yeah, and he still liked her.
I also liked the little where they would, with their eyes, they would have a conversation.
Oh, yes.
It's okay. But you know people where you can have that kind of conversation. So that felt very realistic of once you're that there was definitely a good bond because they were able to communicate without communicating. That I like too. So those little moments, not the big moments. I didn't really have a big but she did comedy well, and I like comedy, so I think that's why I enjoyed it better than some of those other ones too.
I agree. I think the comedy was good, and I also really want to try the fry bread.
Oh my God, the food!
It sounded good.
It sounded really good. I mean, she would even just make crunchy bean burritos. I was like, why have I never thought to make them crunchy?
Mm-hmm.
It sounds delicious.
And it made it seem like it was a struggle meal, and I was like, I'll take that struggle. That sounded good. That sounded delicious. I was in.
All right.
What's your next question?
What is my next question? Was there a Character or moment that prompted a strong emotional reaction for you? I don't know. For me, like towards the end of the book where she's like basically being found out, I almost started crying because it was just a lot. It's like she suddenly, everything's coming back on her. And then she's like basically failing. And now she has to figure out her life now. And then she does. And it's like, that's nice. I like that.
Yeah, but that is anyone's ever
had
to go through anything similar to that, that is like just you can just feel how she's feeling, that
the
tension, the anxiety,
the embarrassment of being found out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Shame. Yeah. That was a lot. I think
and
she
the
did. I
heartbreak
think she wrote that
on
well.
top of it.
Yeah.
Because she's having to do this in front of her boyfriend, sort
Partner,
of.
lover.
Ew, I hate that word.
That's gross.
That's gross.
Oh, I knew you were going to do it.
It's from a show.
It's from a show.
It's from a show.
But,
okay, what were you saying?
Sorry.
Yeah,
I don't know anymore.
Being embarrassed in front of Donowa and him not responding.
Oh, yeah, just like to know that he was always so helpful and came to her aid, but because she had burned that bridge and now she's getting fired. So in some ways it's weird because he gets to see why she was doing some of the sketchy things she was doing, but also like it was all that more heartbreaking that she's getting fired but after she's been dumped.
Yeah.
And he's not giving her the time of day as they're walking out.
Oh, I mean, yeah, and at that point he can't help her. There's nothing he can do. She deleted that email and then she wrote another email.
Yeah, and which would have been new information to Donowa as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like he must have been having to process a lot.
Yeah, he wanted to help her and he's probably disappointed in her as well because I mean,
like how could you? We just talked about like that's how I would feel. I'd be like, we just talked about this. Not doing like your behavior is what's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also like that there was actually, I mean, they didn't talk about it a lot in the book, but it was like 3-4, like it was a long time before, like after that breakup, before she went back, she saw him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was definitely like
she tried to improve herself before she went back to him.
It was like something like a month almost. And
but
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
It's
I don't even think she would have gone back except for the fact that Willela and Sage and Joanna were trying to orchestrate it because they both were clearly heartbroken to not be together.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So did I have the emotional reaction you were talking about? The defensiveness that she was feeling as she was walking into that meeting where she's like, I don't understand. I've done everything I possibly could, so I did it in not the best way, but now I'm having to, like, pay the price for it. And I'm like, but girl, you're being held accountable. And then I was like, that's a little ironic.
It does help that she's 25, because I do think that like, you and it's not like she hasn't been held accountable. She's been through some things in her life, but when you're young like that, you don't often, you think that it's all going to work out, and girl, it don't.
And she's felt until this point that life has been just a little bit unfair to her.
It
has been unfair, yeah.
And now it's even more unfair.
Mm-hmm.
And now she's losing the job that she dreamed of. She's lost the boyfriend that she's dreamed of.
Yeah.
But yeah, she did.
But creating lies to try to get ahead doesn't erase the unfairness.
Yeah.
That's why I said it at the beginning. I really appreciate that the CEO was like, I can get over the fact that you lied to get the job. I can get over the fact that you were doing the accounts receivable, and I do believe that it was my nephew's fault. Like, he said that.
Mm-hmm.
The part that it was just too much was the email.
Yeah.
And it's like, that is such a breach of trust, and I have to have this person be trustworthy.
Yeah.
And I feel like that was an important character growing moment, but then also I think it was important to hear, like, some things you can get over some stuff.
Yeah.
Like, we can get past some stuff. We don't have to always be perfect.
Right. I liked that, like, she made some comment. I'm really enjoying working as a clerk, a bank in the bank.
Yes.
It was like that.
It's a perfect
that drive and that ambition and that you know what? Or I can just, find a job that I'm actually qualified for, get the job, and then do well at it and enjoy it and not worry about anything else. So it was like, once that character growth of, I didn't have to lie anymore. This is a job I could do, and I can go to school, and I can have my relationship, and you know what? Then I can start moving up again. So that was that healthy growth of her figuring it out. So anyway, that was a little one-off line. I was like, okay, good for her.
Yeah.
It wasn't, I want to be an accountant. I want to be an accountant. It's like, I am where I am, and I'm actually okay with it.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's what, like, when you're going through your quarter life crisis, that's what you need to feel. Because I hate it. Like, that time in between when you're now an adult all of a sudden and trying to figure out your life. And despite the fact that you don't have to have it all figured out, you feel like you have to have it all figured out. I related to that so much. I believe that this author did an excellent job making the character relatable and the situations relatable. Even though I have not had her lived experience, I understand what that feels like.
And I'll remind, this is a first-time author.
Yeah.
She did
For
great.
debut
She
romance.
did great for a first-time author. We've now read two. I mean, Claire Jimenez we really, really liked. But I'm
yeah.
saying, like,
Yeah.
these are impressive women and the work that they're doing to be able to get this far. Let me tell you something. We read that first David Baldacci.
Yeah, this is better than David Baldacci.
I'm just saying there are some talent. I'm saying there's some talented young writers out there,
murder.
and they're doing good things. And this is an example. So that was cool too.
Okay, so I'm going to real quick read my quotes from the
Yeah.
author's note. The author's note, she said, the author's life actually mimicked or mirrored Ember's life quite a bit.
Oh,
So
okay, cool.
she really had the experience of working, going to school, and then also working for a CEO legitimately. And then she talked about her experience being, a Native American in a white world where they really did and say horrible things to her. But she had the thought about which she has multiple ethnicities in her as well. And so when she was filling out her applications, because she noticed that she was getting a lot of rejections, she said, which part of me do I deny to get this job? And I was like, oof.
Yeah.
That's a good one. And then she also said that it's so important to her that she gets to write a romance novel that has Native American representation in it, because she said stability and visibility is what gives us the confidence to live our full, authentic lives. To which I was like, this was a 3-star romance book for me, but her author's note was a 4.5-star experience. I would really like your memoir, ma'am.
Yeah.
Lot of representation, actually.
Yeah.
And it felt natural. It didn't feel forced. Just a lot of characters who fit a lot of different representation. It was just kind of part of it.
Yeah.
And that was really nice, too.
All right. If the book were made into a movie, who would play each of the lead characters? Or just who would play Ember and who would play Donna? What do you think?
I forgot to look up.
So I looked up some, and I know she might not quite fit it, but Amber Midthunder, you know who that is?
No, but I believe you.
She was in the new Roswell.
Oh.
She was the sister who disappeared.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Amber Midthunder. She was in Prey.
I loved
She's
her.
beautiful.
She is stunning.
Okay.
And then for Donowa, Boo Boo Stewart.
Oh, look up Boo Boo Stewart. I feel like
I can't get over his name.
a lot of the cast members that were in whatchamacallit, Echo, like they could, a lot of those cast members would have places like they had, they were my representations in my brain.
He played Seth Clearwater in the Twilight Saga.
Yes.
There were a lot of native actors in the Twilight Saga, apparently.
Hey, okay, well, yeah. I mean, he kind of fits the
Yeah.
Oh, he's perfect.
the mold. I mean, even just the...
He's handsome.
So there you go. Boo Boo Stewart. I like it.
Boo Boo for Diane. I'm here for it.
All right. Any final thoughts? I have one. I just thought of it.
Oh, okay.
It just came to me. She never got her $53 back from Gary, and that makes me mad.
Gary really was the worst.
He's the worst.
When we saw Gary at the art fair, I thought that it was going to be an opportunity for them to make amends. And no. He just gets to be the same. Like, just awful.
Yeah.
I thought that Kyle was also going to be manipulating Gary, and that's why they were 4 months behind in closing the Portland accounts. Nope, we get to just hate Gary, too, and that's fine.
Yeah, not only is he not a nice person, he's also incompetent.
Yeah.
You know?
Except for when it comes to revenge.
Yeah.
Because he had that file on her. Gary.
Ugh. All right. Anybody else? Final thoughts?
Thank you. I needed that. I liked that. That was good. It was a good catharsis at the end.
No, I am thoughtless.
She should sue him. I don't know if you can sue somebody for $53.
There is
but-
a small claims court. Yes, you can. It's a very,
Alright.
very small claim, but still.
We done?
Yeah.
All right, then. Today I'm promoting Wowberry. Wowberry is a weekly newsletter and RSS feed that alerts patrons to new additions to the library collection. When you sign up for Wowberry, you receive 1 email per week on Saturdays with an extensive list of what's new in the library, which includes books, music, and more. That's it for this episode of We're Booked Up. The Truth According to Ember is available in the library and on the Libby app. Let us know what you think of the book and what you think of what we think of the book. Just leave a comment at the Off the Shelf blog at gastonlibrary.blogspot.com or at gastonspeaks.podbean.com. Next month's book will be Atmosphere by Taylor Jenkins Reid. Thanks for listening.
Thanks, guys.
Read it.
Read it.
Read it.
Please.